Hello gamers. So, the first thing you're going to notice is that magically the Legion now has PCLs. This is because I spawned them in using console commands. Now you might say that this is cheating, and you're right. And I'd do it again. Let me explain why. If I go looking for PCLs spawning naturally, they're quite rare, so that's going to be like an hour of me looking for these things while whining about how rare they are. That's not fun for me, it's not fun for anyone else. And normally, I don't need a specific weapon to do a specific job. Normally you can work with what you're given, and that's fine. But for the purposes of this demonstration of the Legion's potential against the Ziggurat, for this specific purpose, I do need PCLs. So, with that in mind, I'm going to save everyone the trouble, and I'm just going to spawn them in. Now, if I really wanted to, I could spawn them in and then sell them to a random market and then start the recording and pretend that I just found them. I could do that. I'm not going to. I'm just going to tell you, yeah, I'm spawning these in. I think that's the right decision to make. Sue me. Or don't. I don't have any. You won't get any money. You can't sue me. Okay, so I did spawn in the PCLs because that would take forever to find them. What I didn't do is give myself the money to actually restore the Legion, because it takes about, you know, if we go to this station right here and we check the restore cost, 1.1 million. I'm a little over halfway there. So why not just have a little bit of fun doing some bounties, because that should give us enough cash to actually finish the job. Click here, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go do this one. I can grab this station, I guess. Having a Paragon will make that fairly easy, even if it's only 50,000 credits. And yeah, this one's pretty doable. I mean, it's even the same, it's the exact same amount of money as this one. But where this one has 3 cruisers and a capital ship, this one only has 3 cruisers and no capital ship. It's only got 3 enforcers, and then it's down to the frigates. Yeah, that's 160,000 for this. That's a good deal. If I can get I don't think I'll need any more. Right, this, like, the credits obviously by themselves don't add up to the missing 500,000. But at the same time, I am getting cash just for existing because I have a colony. So that should make up the difference. I'll just buy a little bit of extra fuel, just to make sure I don't run out during the trip. And off we go. So I'm going to earn the cash, then I'm going to spend a story point and respec the skills to the correct ones. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off all the ships in Corvus at the abandoned terraform platform. I'm going to drop off my entire fleet, all my stuff, and I'm going to take just the Legion over to the Ziggurat, just as a very clear demonstration of how it can win this 1v1 very easily. Although, to be fair, I do have the benefits of cybernetic augmentation here. But, you know, if you go to YouTube, you'll find videos of people winning the fight with just the 5 basic skills and nothing else. So you don't even need cybernetic augmentation, but it's definitely going to make the margin for error a lot less intimidating. You know, you're going to have more margin for error, really. It's just going to be less intimidating. It's going to be nice and breezy, real easy. With that being said, I need to go look for where he is. Yellow primary star. Well, there's only one in the constellation, so that's pretty easy. Volcanic world. Perfect. Let's go. Yeah, if I can set up a nice little slingshot, then we can do this even faster. Yeah, I'm not going to waste time. Oh, then I'll grab this one. Oh, there's some volatiles there. That was worth it. Yoink. Just remember, if you hit S while you're traveling, you can stop the slingshot effect early. Although getting the timing right's pretty hard, because of just how fast you're going. Volcanic world? I suspect that that's them. If I had to guess, I would say that that sensor contact is my target. Yeah. Howdy. So we've got level 5, so oh, interesting. So the Admiral's only level 5, but everyone else is level 6. That's kind of funny. I mean, this fleet only has 2 frigates. This is a tiny fleet. 160,000 for this? It's easy. So easy. I don't even need the capital ships for this. Yeah, why bother? I don't need to bring any capital ships for this. Although, it can be nice to have that extra level of insurance. Just in case you get a little scared off by something. You can always hide behind the Paragon, and that's comforting. But it's not necessary. We can just do this. And, you know, the restoration cost on a lot of these ships is minimal. I earn more than that in a month, just by existing. So I'm not really worried about having to restore any ships. Alright, let's see what we've got. I'm seeing a lot of stuff up this way. Should be able to kill this in a 1v1. There is the big boy. Let's just avoid that for now. And we can kill that after we've taken care of his friends. Easy. He even let me overload him with the Sabos, which is just... that makes life a lot easier, doesn't it? Oh, he's even got a Storm Needler. Look at that. Let's be careful of that, because that might actually cause issues. Although it's basically isolated already. There's only these 2 things over here, which are not going to be participating. Double Hephaestus. Yeah, that's not an issue. I mean, it's not, it kind of doesn't matter, really. I can just go around. Yeah, the Enforcer's not stopping me from flanking you. Ooh, that shot was almost good. That was almost a good shot. Alright, let's block that. Switch over here. Let's get this Condor. Remove some fighters from the playing field. Clean this up nice and quick. What's a bit unfortunate is that I think even with Neuralink, I'm probably still better off just using like double Paragons. The switch speed would be a lot slower, but applying 6 elite skills to 2 Paragons is still probably better than trying to apply them to Furies. But it's more fun this way, so I'm going to do that. You know, you can't let optimization of your fleet get in the way of having fun while you're playing. You can certainly optimize the fun out of this and every other game. And at some point the question is, why are you even doing that? You know, if you can take on double Ordos, or triple Ordos, that's more than enough. Even if you take a few losses, it's like, that's fine. Your fleet is... that's a strong fleet. Sure, it can't take on 5 Ordos. But, like, is that a realistic benchmark? At that point, you're talking about just capital spam and... well, is that really fun? I mean, maybe it is for some people, but if it's not fun for you, then don't do that. There's plenty of there's a difference between viable and optimal. And you should aim for what's viable and fun, rather than always focusing on what's optimal. Although there's definitely something to be said about just looking at what is possible with the most optimized fleet. Captain Hector has definitely shown where you can go in that direction. Apparently the Executor is really good. It's so good, in fact, that you can just use 5 of it with derelict operations so you can squeeze them in. Alright, let's get this Reaper. Come on. There we go. Come on. Beautiful. Easy as that. Well, somebody actually escaped. Alright, well, let's just kill you. Yeah, you're not getting away. Beautiful. Taking all of that. Alright, let's move on. And there was a Tritachyon commission, too. That's perfect. Because that means... Or... No, that's just from the commission in general. That's right. Because even if you're killing stuff for bounties for other factions, if those factions are pirates or something that's hostile to your commission faction, then they still give you a reward, even though they... Yeah, it's a bit weird. The commission system could definitely use some work, but I think people have talked about it to death already. It's interesting, and considering the difference between hostile activity and the change over to colony crisis, I am excited for what kinds of changes come. Right, the evolution of an existing system, they've definitely shown that they can make things way more interesting. Okay, so I mean 50 is not quite high enough to get a Paragon once I find one. But we're definitely getting closer. The double Paragon is going to be the way. Let's just drop in here. I mean, I was just trying to save some fuel, but I guess it just spawned right here. Alright, you guys, go away. Perfect. Now I should be able to fight the station by itself. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll just sell you that. Don't really need to bother with anything else. And now we're going to kill the station. I mean, I could raid it, but apparently if you raid it, then that just means you get less resources for killing it. Which makes sense. Yeah. Let's just send that in. Don't want the omens rushing ahead. Now we can just spectate. We can just watch instead of trying to pilot the ships around. Because Furies are definitely not suited to this type of combat. More the merrier, of course. It helps. But they're not really designed for this sort of thing. Oh. Right, of course. You guys are going to try and follow each other, which is not what I'm looking for here. I was wondering why they stopped. I was a little confused for a second. Soon you will see the power of this beast. It hungers for the flesh of phase ships. And not much else, because it can't get through shields. A bit of a design flaw, you might say. And it is, but if you're only fighting one ship, is that really an issue? Of course not. It's funny how proximity charge launchers are still quite good, even after having the rate of fire cut straight in half. Right, nothing about them on paper sounds amazing, but the high hit points, right, they have a lot of hit points on their projectiles, which, as it turns out, is really good. Right, it's kind of these soft factors that don't show up on the stat sheet. Like, their projectiles have a lot of hit points, although I guess that could show up on the stat sheets. They could put that in the game, but they don't. They just, well, I mean, the description tells you that their projectiles are tough, and that's true enough. And that is accurate. They are very tough. But when you're just talking about like DPS and ammo count, which is usually what you're going to focus on, it doesn't tell you that, hey, these things have a wide area of effects. So one PCL charge can hit a lot of missiles, and they're very difficult to shoot down. It's not as obvious how much of a benefit you're going to get out of that until you see it in action. It's funny how the midline station is designed. I guess it's... Okay, why are you sitting so far back? Get closer. You've been sitting, like, way back there for no reason. You're literally contributing nothing but a few fighters. Do I need to manually pilot you? I think I do. This could have been going so much faster if you didn't just sit there doing nothing. Why are you useless? I'm pretty sure my fleet doctrine is not set to like cautious or something. There's no reason for you to just sit all the way back there. Maybe it's because technically Devastators are being treated as point defense, so it only has point defense and missile weapons. But in that case, it should at least be getting in missile weapon range, which would, or maybe it's because the PCLs are also being treated as, I don't know, there's got to be something wonky with the AI having all these quote-unquote point defense weapons. I didn't even think about that because this is not something I've given to the AI before. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel how much slower they are, especially without elite missile specialization. And that's over, that's done. I should have just manually controlled it from the beginning, that would have been a lot faster. I didn't think of that. Oh well. Moving on. So, this last one. No, you are too far up there. Let's see, orange primary star in this nebula. So there's two of them. It could be either one. We'll check the closer one. Barren bombarded. Alright. That's the planet we're looking for. Alright, so just enter the jump point, hit E again, and yeah, okay. So before it said orange star, now it specifically mentions the name of the star. That means you're in the right system. Alright, what have we got? We've got barren, toxic, barren bombarded. That's the one. And we're up at about 900,000, getting there. Yeah, this should be easy. Yeah, wow, 9%, really. The game thinks this is hard enough that it deserves 9%. It doesn't deserve 9%. It deserves nothing. Actually, we'll switch that to an assault order. This is a little bit different. Where it seems where like a capture order only assigns like one if there's nothing there, whereas the assault order just grabs every free ship and sends them to there. And then once you capture it, it turns into a defense order instead of the normal like hold order. We look at this. Nope. There we go. Instead of control, it's a defense order when it finishes. So I'm gonna go over here. The AI didn't even stand a chance. We've already gathered up basically the entire gang before they even show up. Wow, those dual flags are shutting down all my missiles. Guess I should have waited for the Omen to... I mean, that was a good shot. It was going to hit the Enforcer until your friend decided to get in the way. Luckily, that's not really an issue, though. Alright, overload, easy enough. Yeah, let's change that over. You're not going to die to this thing, are you? You're probably fine. I don't see it becoming an issue. Alright, you can deal with that. I'm just going to go deal with this. See if I can wait for a good time to fire off this Reaper. It still didn't get through. I mean, it didn't matter, but it's a little annoying. Right, somebody else needs to take care of that. I'm not going to try and kill a phase ship. Unless I have to. What is this, a hegemony, like, phase fleet? I'm seeing lots of gremlins and 2 Grendels. Yeah, it looks like this is the best choice now. I'm going to sit here and you're just going to die. Alright, come on. Come on now. Yeah. You're not getting out of that one. Sorry, bud. Oh, the AI actually hit that. Not bad. An easy overload, that's nice. What are we looking at here? Where am I? I think I'm here. Yeah, that's where I am. This is the... Okay. Perfect. Sometimes I do get a little lost switching back and forth because it's like, where in the battlefield am I? It's not always immediately obvious. did manage to land the Reaper at least. Alright, let's kill this thing. Oh wait, hold on. And then we've just got a few other ships to clean up. I mean, I don't even need to bring the capital ships for their 160,000 or so. That feels way too easy. It didn't even phase through that Reaper. That's crazy. I feel like the AI is supposed to be able to do that. There's no way the phase thing was still in cooldown. It was in normal space for a while. Oh no, I'm not recovering that. No thanks. Thanks for the offer, but no thanks. Yeah, I've got a lot of supplies, I'll do that. Might as well while I'm here. What's our cash looking like? Real close. And we're reaching the end of the month soon, and the cash that comes in from our colony should do it. Okay. Yeah, so I was right, I don't need this one. The math checks out. The math doesn't lie. Math would never lie to me. He's too trustworthy. And besides, he knows what would happen to him if he did. Alright. We're going back to that place, which means it's time for a little slingshot. I'm a little off course here. That's fine. And we're, of course, going to take the shortcut, which means just dropping in on the White Dwarf. No reason to drive through your whole solar system when you can drop in just like that. Okay, the cash came in at just the perfect time. That's awesome. Look at that. Pristine. Flawless. And now we're going to have to do a reassign. Okay. This means I'm going to switch a few things over. I don't need the elite skill here, and I've got very few story points, so I'm not going to bother. We want to keep what we already have. And over here we want to switch that. That's going to be useful. That's definitely going to be useful. We're going to need that. And we're going to need that. This right here. This should do it. This should be pretty easy, in fact. So, let's head right over to Corvus. And drop our stuff off at the terraforming platform, but maybe buy some fuel first. I can afford to do that. Open market, let's buy the rest. Simple as. And I'm just going to fly that Solo Legion right back into that system. And then everyone will see just how weak you really are, Mr. Ziggurat. Did you think you were the strongest because you'd beaten me at my weakest? Oh, what a foolish mistake. An amateur's mistake, really. One of the most foolish endeavors of all time. You would be hard-pressed to find a creature more foolish than the pilot of this machine. Oh wait, I might need those. Actually, I don't know how much I would need, but I might need those. Right, let's drop off a bunch of this stuff, just like that. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch them over. I'm going to take back 100. 100? No, just 100. There we go. Okay, dump the rest of the supplies. That looks good to me. The only annoying thing is going to be coming back and putting all my officers back into their ships. So everybody just vanished, and now we're just a Legion. Although we're off-center because it's a little weird. It'll probably fix itself when we get to hyperspace. Oh no, a hostile fleet. Except not, because it's actually one of ours. Well, not mine, but, you know, I'm commissioned by that faction. They're not going to... It's a trade fleet. I guess the probe doesn't differentiate between friends and enemies, because that's a bit weird. It's a bit weird that it would warn me there. Okay, and here we are. We're just going to jump right in. The foolish Ziggurat has no idea what's coming for it. You basically just need to run it down so that it doesn't get a chance to back off and dissipate any flux. 15%? Nah. 15% bonus XP? Alright, here we go. Proximity charge launchers plus devastators plus the point defense skill. That's taken care of. Alright. Burn drive me closer, baby. Gotta force our way through. Yep, that's a lot of EMP, but guess what? S-modded repair unit and damage control. Let's go. Burn drive even closer. We don't want to let him get away. His flux is maxing out. We're still looking good. Alright, we need to keep up with him. We can't let him get away. Come on, we gotta get those engines back online. Stay with him. Burn drive in 3, 2, 1. Yep, and now we're on it. We're right on top of him. He's stuck in phase space. Even the motes are being shredded constantly. This is over. There's no coming back from this. He can try and fire Reapers all he wants. If the motes aren't getting through, then the Reapers are definitely not getting through. Yeah, fat chance. Good night. Yeah, I don't think I even needed the elite skill for combat endurance there. I mean, if you don't have the plus, the bonuses from cybernetic augmentation, then you probably still want that. But I probably didn't need it here. I definitely didn't need it here. I didn't take that much damage. So yeah, there you go. 1 S-mod, 5 skills, doable. I mean, obviously, I used a few more skills, but given the... You saw the margin for error there. It was pretty dominant the whole battle. You can, if you do less skills, it's going to be a little closer. You're going to lose a lot more hull. But it's still doable. And now I'm going to recover this piece of crap, and I'm never going to use it. Sucks to suck. Alright, now let's get out of here. Oh, I can actually salvage after the battle, even though it was just one ship. That's funny. Can I survey? No, I can just replay the recording. Yeah, you can just replay the recording, and that's it. Okay. So there we go. Justice is served. I can't make it back to Corvus. I'll have to hit Scathy first, just to get some fuel. Yeah, I didn't consider that adding the Ziggurat to my fleet, because even when they're mothballed, ships still use fuel. They're not using your supplies anymore, but they are using your fuel. Never forget that. Alright, let's pick up some of that. Pick up some of that good stuff. Yeah, I don't need any more than that. Now I can head over to Corvus and grab the rest of my stuff. And I mean, that's just how confident I am in this battle. The Legion just, obviously I would probably not do this on Iron mode. Although maybe I will, and then if I die, then I die, right? Like, what I'm trying to say is, if I didn't have cybernetic augmentation giving me extra stat boosts, and crew training, and flux regulation, right? Those are some extra bonuses that I have, and I'm saying that if I was actually level 5 with just these 5 skills, I probably wouldn't do that early on. That'd be a pretty risky bet. But it definitely works. And so now I'm just thinking, you know what? I would just take that risk because it would be interesting. Succeed or fail, it would be interesting. And that's kind of what matters. And so we've got all this stuff back. Unfortunately, there's no button to sort your fleet. So I've got to do this manually, which means putting all of this stuff back. Yep. Gotta put the omens at the front, because I always need them to deploy immediately. Then we can put you. Then we can put you. Now I can move myself over here. And then we're never going to use these again. You've got all these big capital ships. Yeah, they're not getting used. Apparently I actually have enough crew for just this. That's interesting. Alright, let's take... Right, of course. Hitting I doesn't actually... Or hitting R just takes you to the refit screen. Which means you gotta do this by holding Alt. And when the devs made that active as a function by default, everyone rejoiced. And of course, I don't have enough crew capacity, so I've got to have this not mothballed. Right. Yeah, slight problem, of course, is I can't reassign my skills back to where they were before. So I really actually, I should be staying over here. I should be staying over in this thing for now. Oh wait, I didn't even... Yeah, I'm only getting 4% because I didn't pick up these two. So it's not even as much of a bonus as I would have liked. Yeah, it still worked. And it still just looked easy. We smoked the Ziggurat. And you can't do that in the 14 Legion. You can't grab the double Devastator and stack up a bunch of PCLs. The 14 Legion's still a good ship. You just can't do this. Alright, so with that out of the way, we've got a lot of stuff to do. So for starters, we're going to need more fuel. Then we're going to need... you know, I should probably go kill a bounty just so I can get another story point and reassign my stuff back. That would be a good start. Oh, I can't afford that. Right. Guess I'll just buy the fuel. Yeah, I've got to wait for a paycheck to come in. I can't make it back like this. Oh boy, this is going to be annoying. Yeah, I guess I'll just go kill a bounty, come back once my paycheck comes in, buy a bunch of fuel, and then I'm going to go home. And let me check. Colony Crisis. Yeah, 470. So I probably want to go home. And the red planet is next to home anyways. Who would have guessed? So yeah, that's the plan. Go do a bounty, get myself a story point, which will then let me respec back to my normal skills. Then I can come back, buy some fuel, and then I can head out, do the red planet, and then I can head home and prepare to deal with whatever this is. Oh, scan? Yeah, go ahead. You didn't find anything. Shocker. You guys aren't very good at your job. I'll just say this. You're not very good at your job. If you were my fleet, I would fire you. I've definitely fired people for less. Okay, bounty. I did not add it. Let's see. What are our options here? About 200,000 and there's only 4 cruisers? Sure. This one's actually got a capital ship. This is the same... Again, this one looks a lot easier, even though these two are the same price. Yeah, I'll just mark it down. Yeah, I'll just mark them down. It doesn't mean I'm going to do them, but if I end up wanting to do them, then I'll be able to find them. Orange. Well, there's only one. That makes it pretty easy. And planet type? I didn't check. Baron Bombarded. Of course, we have to make a very clear distinction between normal Baron and the Baron Bombarded. Does that bombardment refer to bombs or asteroids? I don't think I've ever colonized a Baron Bombarded, because I've heard about like an asteroid impact condition that the planet because the planetary shield you get by doing the Red Planet quest is supposed to remove some kind of asteroid bombardment condition that I've never seen before. So I can only assume... What? Why is there just like a pirate armada here? I'm trying to do a bounty. Is there like a pirate base? There is a pirate base in the same system. There's not even a bounty on it though. It just exists. I mean, if you guys want to die, I can do that for you. Actually, that might save me some time because I've already got the credits I need. 18%. Yeah, no. It's going to be easy. Although those should stay behind. And I don't want to deploy. I don't really want to deploy the Legion, even though I'm in it. This is, yeah. Well, they are pirates. They are pirates. They're not known for their shields. The Atlas Mark II is not known for its shields. So we can probably still have a little fun with this. You guys can do escort duty. During this phase of the game, you know, I went and tested out Tempests in another... Because now they can... I haven't tested them out in a while. They used to be my favorite. And then Omens took over. And now that Tempest can actually get 360-degree shields, I went and tested them out. They are pretty effective with some of the tools that are available nowadays. But one thing that I do end up missing when I have Tempests is the extra vision radius that Omens can get. And of course they don't have that right now either because I don't have the story points for it. But having your the ships that you use to capture the points get that extra vision radius just gives you so much more information on what the enemy is doing. It gives you so much more information earlier too. You get to see it earlier, which makes life a little bit easier. You can make your plan. You can start planning where to move all of your ships sooner. And the sooner the better. And I'm going to go straight for the Atlas. Those things have some serious firepower, but I don't expect them to live very long once I get up close to them. Yeah, let's not ruin our zero flux boost by shooting at some random missiles. God, that's a lot. Alright, let's turn that off. And let's turn that off. Let's turn all of them off, actually. Just fight them. Just fight them. It's as simple as that. Now, I am a little concerned at all these Piranha bombers coming in. Oh, damn, I didn't even get to kill the damn Atlas. Because there's this Dominator over here. And all those Piranha bombers coming in from the side. It's unfortunate. While Dominators aren't known for their shield strength, they do have shields, unlike the Atlas. This is going to be a bit of a pain. Yeah, you know what? Bringing the Legion probably makes this actually worse. Because now this Medusa is going to die trying to save me. Yeah. Alright, so note to anyone else. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. Yeah. This was a bad idea. Bringing the Legion in was a mistake. Just as I suspected. I talked myself into it, but I should have talked myself out. Get all worked up, and then let myself down. I was about to say Bruno Mars, but that's wrong. It's a different bee. Are you guys really struggling? Really? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of them, but... Alright, I'll deploy those, okay? Let's get this over with a little quicker. Let's get this over with a little faster. If I had just had the right skills and was piloting the Furies myself, this would be fodder for the Furies. Right? So many weak ships that you can just jump in and burst down. This is a dream for the Fury. Alright, let's get that over with. Okay. So, can you come up here and help kill the big stuff? That would be nice. Alright, let's unleash that. We got that sensor jammer. Doesn't... yeah, let's just try not to die too soon. That's the plan right now. Yeah, this is not looking good. This is, in fact, looking quite bad. But I live. I live against the odds. Incredible. And everyone else is cleaning up what they're doing. And so everyone can come save me. This is one of the more interesting fights I've had. Just because this is... I guess this is probably kind of how the game is supposed to feel to some degree. Like, oh, a big pirate armada, that's scary. It's so big it's worth bonus XP. Well, yeah, I mean, and the only reason I'm really struggling is just because this outfit makes no sense. But here we are. That was tense. That was exciting. The Devastators are still not... Oh, I still have it on. You know, not only was this a bad outfit, I've been so into it that I didn't notice the Devastators just aren't firing because I was still on hold fire. The lengths... I mean, I did that on purpose, of course. The lengths that I go to handicap myself, just so that there's even a hint of excitement. The lengths that I go to. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what a professional looks like. Going to such great lengths to make sure that there's excitement and danger in a battle. Pretending to be foolish, when in fact, no, I am foolish. But foolish is not the same thing as not being good at the game. It just means being inattentive, which is usually what's going to get you. Once you know what you're doing, the thing that's going to get you is not, well, basically the only thing that can get you is being inattentive. Because, or, you know, choosing to push your luck deliberately. Which is a lot more fun when you choose to push your luck. If you're losing because you're being inattentive, that feels bad. But if you're like, you know what, this is a stupid idea, but I'm going to do it anyways just to see if I can pull it off, then you can't really get mad if it doesn't go well. And if it does go well, it's probably going to be fun. I can't believe that worked. So I did lose an Omen, but of course I can repair any demods on those pretty easily. And of course they require story points because they don't have S-mods. Yes, of course. Yep, I don't even have story points. Yeah, I'm not recovering that. Screw you. I have 1 story point now, so I can go back to where I was before. And the pains that I go through just to do something I didn't need to do. It's incredible. No, not that one. I want this. Right, and it doesn't, of course, it does not cost story points to get the elite skill on skills that you already had before. Well, if you already got the elite skill before, it doesn't cost you a story point to respec back into it. Which was a nice touch that they added. Because when they first added the system, that was not the case. So switching back and forth burned like 1 billion story points for combat skills. Fixing that was a good decision. Yeah, I think that's everything. Neuralink, regulation, yeah. Okay, we are back. We're back in action. Oh, I didn't even have my officers equipped. I was talking about how it would be a pain in the ass to get them all back into their ships. They didn't even have officers. They didn't even have them. And we still only lost 2 ships. That's how easy pirates are. It's that simple. They're just a non-factor, really. But they'd still have to reclaim. They're still gonna have to go get a Medusa and go get an Omen. Although, to be fair, it's not like they're rare. They're gonna be pretty easy. Let's just we'll go to our favorite system, Brazil. 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 You're going to Brazil. You're going to Brazil. And we've got cash now. Thank you, Money Farm. Much appreciated. Yeah, most of the work was done by the Paragon. Unsurprising. Still got 40,000 haul on that thing, though. That was a mess. That could have gone better. There was so many things that I didn't do that I should have been doing. And it was still pretty... I mean, it was still pretty one-sided. Alright, yeah, let's just buy another Omen. Boom. Don't need another Fury. No Medusas. That's too bad. We can fix that right quick, though. Now, do I have the right stuff to actually... I don't have a Reaper, but I do have an Anti-Matter Blaster. That's fine. Okay. Next up, Medusa. Do I have the weapons for it? I still need Light Needlers, and yeah, I have 2. And do I have Phase Beams? Yes. Alright. Then that should do it. That should do it. And I'll buy a bunch of fuel because I'm going to need it. Do I need supplies? I could use a few more supplies. Alright, we'll head over to Kalan. Please have a Medusa. I'm going to need it before I go home. Why am I so slow? Oh, wait, I was already slow. I was always this slow. That's right. This is not a new thing. It just reminds me that I should be buying an ox, and I have been forgetting to look for one. Alright, no Medusas. Hey, there we go. Look, now we're friendly, which means that we're high enough to buy a Medusa. Our reputation has improved. Excellent. Soon the reckoning shall commence. Yeah, easy as that. We have recovered. From this devastating loss of 2 ships, we're recovered. Okay, next step. Get out of here and get home. That's the next on the list. Yeah, of course I don't have enough money. No, let's just sell all of that. If I need money, of course, I've got a couple Raspberry Pis on hand. That's a simple... What? I didn't even realize that was an option. Right, it's supposed... I thought I clicked 1 just out of reflex because normally that's AI cores. But apparently I can complain to them about them interfering. Speaking of which, I should probably talk to my contact. Because I do want to get his reputation up so that I can... Do I seriously still not have even close to enough fuel? Damn, these are gas guzzlers. Damn. I mean, that should be obvious. They are low-tech. So, here's what we're going to do. Efficiency overhaul. Even if they're mothballed, they still guzzle fuel. So, efficiency overall does something. Even while they're mothballed. Okay. No, whatever that is. Did not mean to press that. Yeah, no, we're going to leave you. That's fine. Okay, now that doesn't help it. Not really. I mean, I only need to make a one-way trip, so I don't need that much more fuel. Because once I get there, I'm going to drop these off, and then I'll have more reasonable fuel costs. But currently, we're being crippled by unreasonable fuel costs. So first off, more fuel. Yeah, we can make the trip now. Perfect. Yeah, don't need to worry about any of this stuff. That's not important. Let me see. Contacts. Let's make you important. Last time I saw you was like a year ago. Let's go talk to you. How you doing, buddy? Friend? Pal? I didn't sell you out. Aren't I a good friend? We should do business sometime. Yes, of course. That's what I meant to do. Alright, let's see. Contact. You are here. So I've attracted the attention of Tritachyon. I assume that, yeah, because I do think I'm getting some hostile activity points from Tritach. I should charge you for this sort of thing. Oh, wait, hold on. I should charge you for this sort of thing. Expert advice, consulting fee, executive rate. Senior executive rate. I wonder sometimes. Most problems, I solve them by ordering an underling, a contractor, to go do what they do. They take the credits and disappear. Maybe it's solved, maybe they hide the most overt consequences, whatever. It becomes not my problem. It's easy. Then you come along. This seems to be mostly about you so far. Yeah. He's talking a lot about himself. Shut up. You bring problems into my life. Annoying problems produced by your own blundering, bloody-mindedness. You're vexing. You vex me. It's almost... Here's what we're going to do. This is a negotiation. You understand? Tritachyon is making an assertive opening bid. They're saying, don't try to compete with us. You'll lose. Just give up. If you want to be taken seriously, you must reply aggressively. You understand? Tell them that it is unprofitable to compete with you. He slaps his hands on the desk for emphasis, the clap of a starship reactor breach slamming against shields and inertial compensators. A bomb in the heart of a spaceport fuel hub set by a covert raid squad. Well, that's a bit on the nose. Alright, I guess we need to... If we want Tritachyon to give up, then we need to attack them. Interesting. Tritachyon doesn't want war. They want a deal. They don't hold grudges. They don't care about ideology or beliefs or ethics. The company is happy to sell to the church as the diktat and the hegemony after 2 major wars, for all that matters. In the end, it's about profits. So you must learn what negotiating is. You're not in this to destroy the company. You can't. You don't want to remove their path to de-escalation. Show them that sponsoring attacks on you is a poor investment, but don't make it a PR disaster. It must be a covert fight. Transponder off, you hear me? Burn their fleets, burn their facilities, and always make sure they can say it wasn't you. Give them an out, and that out will be cutting a nice deal with you. Win-win. Are my words getting into your brain, or has it been floating around in space too long? Do you understand win-win? I understand. Fight covertly, cut a deal, win-win. The same sentence, but a lie. Brilliant. That's good. That's comedy right there. That's a good joke. I can appreciate that one. It would be dishonorable. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about that. What of interfactional law? A great ideal, but of course, we're living in reality. Why can't we just talk it out and make a deal? I understand. Win-win. Still want to planet killer. Do you have any work for me? What's available on the bounty docket? Something more challenging. Not too far out. I do want to up my reputation with you, but do I want to be doing this? Oh, that looks so easy. Yeah, we can do that in like 10 minutes. Or 5 minutes. It'll be... That's hardly even a challenge. Yeah. We'll just stop there. That's fine. That's enough. That is enough. It is not yet Jover. So, okay. We're going to go do this bounty. Then run our way over here to do this. Then we'll go home. And then we can sort out our fleet and deal with whoever decides to attack us. Does not seem like it's rolled up whoever it's going to be yet. But there's a lot of people gunning for us. It's basically everybody except the diktat. Yeah, AI core use, technology and AI core use, colony size and presence. Tritachyon for competing exports, the church for Lytic majority. I've got, and the only ones that aren't are the pirates because I made a deal with Kanta, and the diktat probably because I'm not exporting any fuel. I don't even produce fuel. So yeah, everyone's gunning for us all of a sudden. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll go. I mean, it just means that somebody will pick up the mantle of evil invader. And the sooner, the better, because I'd like to deal with it. But first, let's earn ourselves some reputation with our good buddy back there, as well as with Tritachyon. Alright, let's not forget to put you in there, and you in there. Already made that mistake. Let's not make it twice. I'm not even here to fight you. What do you want? Alright, how about this? Die. Do you understand that? Can your measly pirate brains understand such a concept? The concept of death? Or are you too high on the drugs that you're buying from me when I sell them on the black market? And you have the audacity, you have the sheer gumption to think that you even sport a chance in this conflict. I would admire you for your bravery if it wasn't so foolish. Double phase lances are just so nice. They're just so nice for popping those little frigates that you really just want to see disappear. Like that thing. Alright, let's just clean this out nice and easy. They're all clustered up in a big hug ball, but that's not going to save them. Alright, you're gonna make... If you're gonna pull away like that much, then I'm gonna go after an easier, slower target. Yeah, it's a lot of fighters. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, everyone's so timid. They're like, oh no, I can't get closer than fucking 5 miles. Get a little... You can stand to get a little closer. Stop. You're actually just running away from me. When I specifically need your help. You specifically. I'm your employer. That's just rude. I specifically employ you to... Oh, and I missed that. I specifically employ you for this purpose, to destroy fighters, and when I come to you with a bunch of fighters on my tail, you run away. You call yourself a professional. Come over here. Let's get away from the Eradicator. And that's a real ship. That's not like most pirate ships are fake ships. Like these are dummies. They're decoys. They're not real. At least in terms of their capability, they're not real. An Eradicator, that's a real ship. That's like a real ship. Get over here. I've got a few little things bothering me. Hello? Are you going to listen? I'm pretty sure you can get over here in like 2 seconds if you wanted to. Come on. There we go. Don't waste my time. I've got things to do. I've got places to be. Hey, look, the AI was by itself killing the Eradicator. So that's pretty neat. That's a neat... It's a bit of a mixed bag. AI Fury performance, but sometimes it can actually chase down and kill an isolated target. It's always encouraging to see that. There is hope. The AI is not Joker. Good shot. You almost rammed into the back end of your own Reaper. That'd be interesting. How'd you lose your ship? Well, I fired a Reaper, but my ship was faster than it, and so I accidentally bumped into the back end. Oh. Is there actually anybody left? Oh, there's something up there. Yeah, no, we're not catching that. All right, pursue, kill. Kill. You guys aren't even the bounty that I'm looking for. What are you guys even doing here? Get out of the way. Another story point. That's good. That's good. I'm going to need a lot of those. So you leveled up. Right, you don't even have the right skill set exactly. You know what? That's probably fine. Because I think the right skill set would be helmsmanship here, but a little bit of extra flux dissipation is probably fine. Yeah. I think I'm training you to be a Paragon pilot, right? That's what you're here for, yeah? Yeah, I think so. Well, either way, you're going to want combat endurance. You're going to want target analysis. It's not complicated. I think most of these ships are basically the same skill set. Okay, so now we go find the actual thing, which is going to be easier and worth a lot more money. And reputation. Yeah, it just says it's... Yeah, of course, it's a contact bounty, so it doesn't tell you where. It's just in the system, somewhere. Yeah, there must be like a pirate base in here. Alright, well I'm going to go hack this so that hopefully I can find it easier. Yeah, I don't need to do that. That's not... Well, if there's any nearby slipstreams, that'd be nice. Well, that's not exactly nearby. But I guess it's probably going to run... Yeah, that probably connects all the way over there. So it might be worth it to slingshot myself up and then ride that over there. Alright, well, let's go looking for it. Colony Crisis. Ludic Path Attack. Looks like that being at the top of the list, it looks like they're going to get their turn first. I've only got 3 months to get there because, yeah. Well, it isn't like, it's not like they spawn over there. If dropped to 425 points or below, the Letic Path cells are disrupted, and agreement is reached with the Letic Path. Or I could just kill their fleets. I have been spoiled a little bit on the crises, and so what I know is that the ones that are more dangerous, like that have higher consequences if you fail, tend to be weaker. And my understanding is that the Pathers will just bomb your planet. Very high stakes, but the fleets are weaker compared to the other ones. And the ones that have lower stakes, if you fail, tend to have stronger fleets. Which is an interesting way of balancing it. Yeah, let's just do this. Don't need you. You can stay at home. Okay, keep spawning this rectangular map. I really don't like this map. The flow of battle just isn't as fun. And it's also harder to get 3 points at the start, which isn't relevant right now, but the way that this map is laid out is just all the ships spread out way more. And so if you kill them on one side of the map, you then have to cross the entire map to go deal with the rest of them. And that's annoying, right? This isn't a problem on the other... There's 2 other types of maps. There's like there is the rhombus, and there's the diamond. The rhombus and the diamond don't have those issues. This map does. Oh, well. Well, this is embarrassing. Both of us fired our blasters at the same time. Is that a triple ion beam? That's an interesting choice. Oh yeah, the League's famous DEMs. That's one down. Oh, whoops. Yeah, let's not take ion beams on the hull. That's a bad idea. Alright, let's take out another one. Alright, let's get you in on the action. We're just going to ignore that little guy because he doesn't matter. I mean, the AI is not going to ignore him because, of course, it's the AI. It wants to go kill the monitor. No, we'll kill the monitor in auto-resolve, where it doesn't have any defenses. So that's all that taken care of? Okay, let's just mark that for death. Clean this up. Please stop. Please stop. Please. You know what? I'm going to leave you. It's fine. It's fine. This is not an issue. I can go deal with it later. Okay, that's a lot of soft flux. Let's not deal with this. Let's just escape. Yeah, unfortunately for you, champion, you've got a very exposed back end. By design. Sorry. It's time to say goodnight. Oh hey, I guess you must have killed the monitor. Good for you. Nobody escaped. Nobody survived. Perfect. Yeah, Sunder. No. Although they do seem to be good in some... Oh, that must be a... Hello. There's a bounty fleet. There's a cryosleeper. We're finding some stuff. Alright, well, I guess I'll do this bounty too, while we're at it. There we go. This battle shape tends to take less time. Oh, I accidentally deployed the Legion. No, you can leave. That's 40, this like 40 supplies just wasted for no reason. That's fine. I want to mothball it, but I've got a ton of... You know what? I could have just sold the extra crew, really. I just didn't want to do that for some reason. But I should have. Alright, let's clean this up nice and quick. Then we'll go do the cryosleeper, and then we can go home. that we finally get to go home. It'd be interesting if there was like a time tracker to see how long it's been since the last time you went back to your colony. That'd be an interesting addition. Although it doesn't exactly serve any practical purpose. You can just say, I've been away from home for a long time. Look, I have a number to prove it. Yeah, canister flak doesn't work if you're overloaded. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. Overload, simple as that. Strip the armor with the AM blasters. Stop firing for some reason. Yep, all according to plan. Alright, so that's taken care of. Now we can do this. Let's go. Oh, there's... I didn't even realize. Yeah, there's a heron. Let's take care of that. Significantly more effective than a Colossus Mark II. Alright, that's taken care of. Let's go do you. Your turn. Is there anything left? No, that was it. Who's even on the battlefield? Ah. Okay. Kill. Alright, first full assault. Yes. Then we put the kill. There we go. Don't stop panicking just because there's a few fighters. Let's go up. You know, we'll get them in auto-resolve. Yeah, you know, we'll just catch them like this. See, that'll save time. No reason to try and chase that down. I'm over capacity in cargo. Well, I don't need all this metal. That's fine. Cryosleeper. This Cryosleeper is probably not going to be too useful to me. But I did find it. And I can kill the thing guarding it. Should probably survey this world. Is there actually a gate? No, there's no gate. I don't even see... Yeah, the 2 stable points are occupied by the pirate equipment. And that's it. So I'll go to these surveys first. You guys surely don't think you have a chance, do you? Because it'd be annoying to fight all of you all over again. Is that it? Alright. Dump those, just make sure we have room in inventory. Go scan this. Yeah, none of these are particularly impressive so far. This could be a good volcanic world, though. It's alright. It does have the advantage of, compared to normal volcanic worlds, they're usually 250% hazard, because they have toxic atmosphere and extreme heat. So this one's lower hostility, compared to this typical extreme heat volcanic world. Downside, though, the lack of extreme heat does mean that cryo-arithmetic engine is actually less effective. And the ores are +3, +1, which is, yeah, it's okay. It's nice to have at least +2 in both of them. And sometimes you can get the max in both of them. The ideal volcanic world is probably thin atmosphere instead of toxic atmosphere with extreme heat. They always have extreme tectonic activity, which sucks, but you can't avoid it. And then +3, +3 on the ores. Alright. Let's take care of this. Oh, I still need to add that. Still need to give you a number. This should do it. 2. There we go. You don't have a number, do you? I guess I'll steal it from the Medusa. You'll get 3. Yeah, this should be pretty easy. For starters, let's get the Paragon in first, because we want that getting its attention. We don't want anyone else getting popped before they get a chance to do anything. And then everyone else can come in and start slapping it with EMP and whatnot. It's even got railguns. Okay, here comes Reapers. Those are not going to make it in. Oh, I actually managed to land that Reaper. Nice. Let's get a little closer over here. Maybe the Paragon wasn't even necessary. This is looking pretty easy. This is an early game boss fight. At this stage of the game, we're kind of past that. Yeah, let's try not to die. Dying would suck. And yeah, that's it. If we get a colony within 10 light years of this spot, it can grow faster. But of course, we also need to have 10 organics, and the further away from here, the less the effect. So the only time that I've seen a revival facility actually be useful is when I found a good planet in the same system, and the planet also had organics that could supply 10. I think there was, or at least it could supply like, with enough improvements, I could supply like 8, I think. It was pretty good. It was like a lot, like an alpha. And, you know, if you're getting 8 out of 10, you're getting a lot of the... It scales with how much of the organics. You don't need exactly 10 or it does nothing. It's just the more you get, the higher percentage you get. So it scales down both with the lack of... The less organics you have scales it down, and then the further the distance is, it scales it down. So if it's already far away, and then you'll also have to try and meet... It's like, even if you get max organics, the benefit you're getting is like cut in half, which just sucks. Alright, we actually leveled up too. It's time for officer management. Yeah. I think that's the direction we're going, and then we'll be best of the best, and that'll be it. Overall, it's probably more effective to use electronic warfare instead of Neuralink, and to just pilot a single Paragon, but I'm happy with this. This is pretty good. See, how long have we got? Yeah, we still got time. I'll do this. And of course, the expedition actually has to launch from somewhere. It doesn't just spawn in. Just gonna ride that wave. Slipstream's actually just spawning in the right direction. Crazy. Of course, they're supposed to be linked to like the time of year, so for like the first 6 months they tend to flow one direction, and for the second 6 months they flow in an opposite direction. I don't remember which is which, or even keep track. I guess the idea was that, like, hey, if you keep track, then you can take full advantage of them. But, you know, even if you do keep track, a lot of the time, the stuff that you need to do doesn't match up with the convenience of, my god, I'm out of supplies. The convenience of the random spawns, or the, you know, just whatever time of year it happens to be. The missions that you need to do could just spawn in a different direction. And whether or not you keep track of the spawns doesn't really fix that. Alright, so let's go pick up some supplies before we die. And we can also store a lot of this crap. There we go. It's going to be a lot. Take all of this. Take all of this. You can have it. I don't need it. All right, and then we can drop off these ships. No, I'm not selling them. The independent market is active now, so that's a bit annoying, is that it defaults to the open market instead of storage. Because you get used to coming home and just storing your ships directly, and then as soon as you get a commerce, you have to now click an extra button. And you're going to forget every single time. It's a little bit annoying. And that's the start, and target analysis, that's good. That's good. Target analysis, yes. Okay, we're all moving in a good direction. I think you are going to get replaced eventually. Everybody else is looking good so far, even if they're not optimal. They're like 4 out of 5, which is good enough. Yeah, it's just you that's got 2 skills incorrect. Everybody's dropping 2 per day. Alright, first, no, not open market. We're going to go here. Drop off the extra crew that we don't need, or that we don't have room for. Actually can sell this on the open market for like nothing. Sell this. Trying not to sneeze. Now let's grab 1,000. That'll be good. Actually, what do they have on the open market? Yeah, a bunch of crap. Of course. Alright, and then we repair. Is this... let's see. Server, of course. Compliments on the house. Don't I own the house? Hey, that's a new dialogue option. Let's take that. Technically, yes, sir. Though your organization leases to the proprietor, who, by the way, extends their compliments. I'll just say thank you. Oh, is that it? Interesting. Okay, that's new. Right? At your own colony, there's now new events where people just talk to you. They give you a free drink. Very nice. Yeah, don't really care about any of that. Officer for hire. No. I'm going to hire you and I'm going to fire you to remove you from the pool. Because I think that's how it works. I believe that's how it works. I don't have any proof of that, but that's probably how it works. Oh, I can also sell you this. Don't need that. Okay. So we're looking at Crisis in a couple of months. Got plenty of time to go do this. Let's go find the Red Planet, which is apparently supposed to be something just you do earlier on. I've never found it early on, mostly because I don't interact with the bar mechanics too much. They're another thing that feels like a little bit... like they could use a little more fleshing out. Man, it is getting busy. It's kind of funny because with all this hostile activity, there's lots of fleets coming out here. But they have to travel a long way from the core worlds. Right? They're a long way from home. It's kind of like a little bit of subtle revenge. Like, oh, you're gonna come harass me? Well, you're gonna come a long-ass way to do it. Hey, I'm not the one bothering people, minding their own business, so I don't feel bad for you. Alright, let's just head over here. Jungle World. Let's have a look. And there it is, Red Planet. And that is, of course, a reference to a video game that's older than I am. Star Control 2, which I have played. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, considering it came out in like 1992. I think there's some value in that game still. The narrative is pretty interesting. Even if the mechanics are a little dated. But I guess the combat's not bad, it's just not... it's just, yeah, it's just a little dated. How much do I need to deploy? So this would be 5. I guess I'll just deploy everything. No, I won't. There is a Radiant with an Alpha Core, so... yeah, I guess I'll deploy that. So this is 3. 4 will be the second Paragon, so you can be 5, and you can be 6. Alright, that makes sense. Oh, we even get to see the planet in the background. That's cool. So for starters, we're going to avoid that. And you can go and get it. 4 Tachyon Lances is a little scary for frigates. Alright, let's get you in there, and now we can take that off, get you on a kill order. Let's get this guy. And the Radiant's busy looking at me. This is something that's actually pretty useful to do as a Fury, is to just get behind the like a Radiant and force it to look the wrong way while the Paragon pulls up. It's even better against Novas because then they just die. Because they don't have any shields at their sides. So if they're facing the wrong way against a Paragon, that's just game over. Yeah, I mean, this was really overkill. Like an Alpha Core Radiant with a few supporting ships does make sense as like an early game boss fight, but at this stage of the game, it's just easy. And now, Planetary Shield Blueprint. It's worth over 1 million credits. You know, that's about the same price that I paid to restore the Legion. It's just about the same price. Alright, let's survey this. Yeah, nothing crazy. It's a jungle world. Alright, well, let's go build that. And I gave up the combat drone replicator because combat ground defense doesn't matter too much. And that's really what the shield increases, is ground defense. But I have it, so I might as well use it, although it's expensive. Yeah. Close, but not quite. You have to wait for another paycheck. I can live with that. Yeah, -1 stability. So it's funny how one type of Ludic believer reduces stability, and another type increases stability. Crazy how that works. Yeah, hazard pay. Yeah, why not at this point? Go from 4.8 small. It's only 5,000 credits. Gives us a little bit of an increased growth. Sure. It's interesting is that Heavy Batteries already has like this big, deep red sky, which fits if you have a planetary shield, but if you don't have a planetary shield, it's kind of weird. In fact, what's interesting about Heavy Batteries is that they have a different image if you're on a gas giant, where instead of this red sky, it's just like a space. The background is just space. It's actually pretty cool. I like the way Heavy Batteries look on a gas giant. It's the same thing I think with Light Industry too. Is that instead of having like just smoke in the background, it's space. Alright, I mean this is pretty much nothing to do here. I don't have enough cash. Everything else is fully upgraded. Okay. This is going to happen soon. I'm going to deal with that, and then I'm going to probably call it a day afterwards. I'm pretty confident in this fleet. I think we can handle whatever the Pathers are going to throw at us. I've got supplies. I've got fuel. I can head anywhere. Life is good. So, it's just a question of where they're going to spawn. I guess I'll start walking back to Kazaron, because after I killed the Pathers, the next thing I need to do is do the main quest line. Still waiting on that Yenis device. You know what? Let's go see this. Let's go see who's in such distress that they sent out a beacon. Let's find out. It's an adventure. You gotta go to the Indus. Oh, really? It's pirates, is it? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the Fringe Jump Point, and we're just gonna kind of walk up slowly. We're gonna go dark and go over here. And if there's a bunch of pirates hanging around the jump point, don't be surprised. Oh my goodness. Who could have seen this coming? I mean, the whole mechanic of luring you in with a fake distress signal doesn't really work if the game warns you like that. Maybe that warning should only be on easy mode. You know, right now, easy mode obviously adds a lot of stat bonuses. Like your ships take reduced damage, you get bonus salvage, and you have bonus sensor range on the strategic map. And that's it. That's really just those 3 bonuses. But you could have more qualitative bonuses, like, you know, the warning before you jump through a portal. That maybe should only exist on easy mode. Maybe you shouldn't have it on normal mode, so you have to be paying more attention. Right, but of course that's the kind of thing that's only going to screw you over if you're just being negligent, right? If you know that that's a threat, then the counter is to just pay attention, which isn't particularly interesting. Even though I don't know, maybe it would work. It's definitely worth thinking about. Now you could do similar things with hard mode. Rather than just jacking the numbers, you can always do like quality of life changes like that. You know, hostile activity maybe increases faster on harder difficulties, that sort of thing. So that way, like starting up a colony is a lot big. It's a lot. You have to deal with threats a lot sooner. Or maybe you could make a hard mode where right now you don't really have to deal with much at size 3. Maybe you could have everybody is harassing you even at size 3. Right? It's like nobody needs to play on that game mode. So even if it's annoying, it's like, well, it's hard mode. It's meant to be annoying. Whereas if it's on normal or easy, that would be obviously a lot of players wouldn't like that. And it's like, well, putting on hard mode means you don't have to deal with it. But if someone who wants it to be more challenging, they can. Alright, let's get out of here. We don't want to die. Let's vent. Let's get our shield up. That's a good idea. It's got Devastators, really. Interesting choice. I feel like the guy piloting this would really like the Legion I was using earlier. If I can, yes, I did get it. Awesome. Alright, the Omens should take care of those. I can vent. The AI is really hesitant to use the Antimatter Blaster. It's way more hesitant than it needs to be. I'm seeing a single Eradicator dealing with a Medusa and an Omen. It's probably not the... Yeah, I think I'll send you over there. Because the Furies can deal with this stuff. We can deal with this real quick. Yeah, you guys thought you would ambush us. You thought you were clever. Yeah, not so clever now, are you? Get you. Damn, once again, the AI fires the Reaper, and then I think it actually managed to run into the Reaper there. It's just that you passed right through it. Excuse me. Taken care of. Yeah, we'll let him go. Psych. You thought I was letting you go. No, I was just doing it in this phase, and they both escaped anyways. So yeah, I was letting you go. I'm merciful. Obviously. I have a track record, you know. It's a pretty clear track record of being merciful. Alright, we're up above 75. Cooperative. We can buy Paragons. This is excellent news. Alright, let's clear that out. First of all, not you. This. We're going to go this direction. And keep a careful eye on this. Where was that? That was weird. Is there now sound ghosts in addition to sensor ghosts? That was a little odd. I might even call it strange. Alright, this is a little further than I was hoping to go. was kind of hoping to just cross. There we go. So, where are they going to spawn from? This colony will suffer a catastrophic saturation bombardment. Yeah, that's not ideal. That's suboptimal for living, I hear. When the sun rains down from the sky, it's really not what people want, you know. It's not very popular with the voters. Not that they vote, I'm just the dictator. But I'm a kind dictator. I even invest in their safety, their health and safety. Look at that. Planetary shield. How many dictators do you know that invest in a planetary shield? I mean, how many elected leaders do you know that invest in a planetary shield? Not many, I'll tell you that. Me, though, only the best for my people. The Bingus domain will reclaim the glory of the original domain. And more than that, we're going to be even better. That's the Bingus guarantee. And Bingus has never let anyone down in his entire life, aside from whoever it is he owes a debt to, because this is a space restart. But we don't, you know, that guy, I mean, nobody knows. I mean, is that even a real person, or is he just paying money as a handicap to make his life more challenging because he's just so powerful? Bingus is just so powerful that, I mean, nobody else stands a chance. And I immediately make 177. Yeah, I mean, a single colony just makes a lot of money with the right setup. Low hazard rating, get free port, get a light industry, get commerce. You're making cash, making a lot of cash. All right, we're so close. Okay, well, I'll go start doing the main quest right here. I should have enough time before the fleet spawns. There's actually, I believe, well, at least the last expedition, there was a few days before it even spawned. So that should give me enough time to actually figure this out. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have nothing to worry about. Mm-hmm. I try not to get involved in local politics. You can't stand on the line forever, Captain. Someday you'll have to choose. Now, this is a video game. I don't gotta choose. You can't make me. Unless you try attacking, unless not choosing somehow causes like a colony crisis for me. But it doesn't. Actually, that would be interesting to tie this into the Persean League crisis. Right, the idea that there's different factions with different intentions and all that. Yeah, I get it. There's that fleet that's looking for me. Ooh. Yeah, good luck. You're not gonna find me. I'm a ghost. I don't even exist. I could actually just go straight to the hegemon right now. I should be able to do this before the fleet spawns, so that'll be fine. Let's head right on over. Actually, what S-mods do I have? Yeah, turret gyros and solar shielding. Stabilized shields is tempting, but I could also do flux distributor to just get more flux. And to be quite honest, automated repair unit is just really good on pretty much everything. S-modding this is just, it's a good generic option. Getting that 75% faster or reduced repair time is huge. It's massive. I mean, even if you're not using elite damage control to just go crazy with it, even without that, it's still pretty good. Alright, let's talk to the big man himself. Uh-huh, yep. Yeah, okay, so I did the gate scanning first. Sometimes if you do like some of the gates, then you get the credentials, and then you finish scanning the gates, then you come here, and they just don't let you talk to the hegemon. It just bugs out. So this time I did not do that. Excellent. Hand over your sidearm, of course. Yep. Mm-hmm. Man, this is just disrespectful. I thought you'd be taller. Reminds me of Master Chief meeting other Spartans in, like, what was it, Halo 4? They're just like, I thought you'd be taller. It's like, really? We're doing this? I mean, if you're gonna, it's like, look, you can definitely do that. You can definitely write things that way if you want to have, like if you're talking to, like, a living legend, and you're first meeting them, and you're like, oh, I thought you'd be taller. Like, you can have a character say that, but usually it's going to be, like, the prelude to, like, a character arc, where they kind of overcome their where they're cocky, and they kind of realize, like, well, this kind of attitude is actually counterproductive. That sort of thing. But if you just, like, casually do that, it's just disrespectful. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, I guess you could call it, like, oh, they're sassy, but it's just, if that's the extent of the characterization, it's not great. And it's not, I was about to say in my opinion, but it's not just my opinion, because I don't think you can just reduce fiction down to just saying, well, everything's, like, different for, like, different people, man. It's just everyone's opinion. I think that there is definitely some element of personal taste, but, you know, there's good movies, there's bad movies. There's good stories, there's bad stories. Even if not, there's no universally loved movie. There's no universally hated one. Even terrible ones some people love, and even great ones some people hate. But there's this thing called general consensus, and I think the fact that a general consensus exists points to the idea that there's some universal elements of storytelling. So no, I'm not just going to say that that's my opinion. I think that that's universal, even if I can't fully explain the depths of why that's the case. So anyways, that was a long rant about a tangent that I'm sure that Paul Bingus is just standing here thinking about all this, and the hegemon himself is just staring at him like, what is with this guy? Hi. Bridged any gates? That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I know. This is for the newest member of the Hegemony Navy, Eagle Class. After I crack this overhaul 0451, it will become the Enduring Hope. How's that for a name? Laying it on a bit thick, isn't it? Probably. The name is for the hegemony, all the people, you know. The propaganda ministry has a list of these things. It's not really intended for you. Or me. And yet, here's to hope. You're here to tell me our newest provost wants to renew the old deal. She'll have to make additional concessions, isn't that right? I suppose you'll want to provide me with the details. What we did to Calicor was justice. He risked the entire Galatia system, hundreds of thousands of citizens. That might be just one subsector of just one metropolis down there. Vaguely gesturing in the direction of Chico Maztak. I kind of messed up that cadence. That might be just one subsector of just one metroplex down there. But I will not allow any grand experiment that endanger these people. I expect Baird realizes that any misstep will be met with the overwhelming force of the Hegemony Navy. She's not stupid, but ambition can make a fool of anyone. Do you trust Baird? No. Good. I am of a similar mind. Nonetheless, here too am I, and training her envoy. Tell Baird I accept. She will be receiving additional demands. She won't like them. She will accept. The gates are the question behind the entire hegemony, are they not? Is the domain out there, waiting to reward those who kept faith, blindly loyal for generations? Or is there some grand catastrophe, and nothing awaits us but ruins and the dead? Or will monsters from Lud's own nightmares pour out to devour us all? Unless we are armed and steadfast, ready to meet the threat? Captain, I need to know if we are history's fools or heroes. Not few among my comrades would say it is disloyal, even cowardly, to ask the question. I think it is cowardly not to. All my busy helpers will be back in a moment, so make it quick. Did that Yerobe Blue Blood want anything important? Actually, I was tempted to just... So before, what I've done, because you get 3 chances to talk to him. And what I've done before is just not take any of them and just go straight to that's everything I wanted to talk about. Because I was wondering if there was a unique dialogue for that, right? He's the High Hegemon. How many people get a chance to just talk to him directly and say what they want to say, right? So to have your character just not do any of that and just be like, nah, I'm good. I thought that there would be some kind of like special dialogue for that, for like, oh wow, really? You don't want anything? I thought there would be something like that, but there isn't. At least not right now. That's a good idea though. Someone should implement that. Yeah, I'll do a favor for Horus. I'll listen to what he has to say. I trust the Yerbes to do what is best for the Yerbes. Maybe that'll be enough. Or maybe it won't. Yeah, I'll do more favors for Horus. Of course he does. Jens Yerobe is only a minor stakeholder in the shipyards of Kazaron, and holds major cross-faction investments. But I will take the good word of Baird's Kneebreaker under advisement. You got 20 seconds, Captain. Any last words? Yeah, sure, you seem to know a lot about what I do. You do a lot worth knowing about. I speak from experience when I say it's not a life I can recommend without reservation. And that's it, and we're out. But yeah, there should definitely be some unique dialogue if you just choose not to say anything and you're like, nah, I've delivered what I'm here for, and I'm not going to ask anything particular of you. Surely that would be like surprising to him. There's no way it wouldn't be. Okay. Yeah, this is getting really close. So I'm going to want to get to the left side of the sector so that I can try and intercept anything that might be spawning. I do have enough to get home, right? Yeah, we're fine. So we'll deal with this, and we'll call it a day. Smuggler, that's not interesting. Don't really care. Alright, let's move over here. What are you burning for? Scared little guy. What a poor fellow. Alright, we're so close. We're so close. Where are you spawning? Where are you spawning? So let's just get over to this side of the sector. Well, I mean, there's only 2 Pather planets. There's got to be one of those, right? You wouldn't spawn from somewhere else, would you? That would be a problem. If there was like a Pather base near my home, and they spawn there, that would be a big problem. But it shouldn't be like that, right? That would be crazy. That would be nonsense. But just in case, maybe I should hang out a big gravity well so I can slingshot myself over to there, up there, and then maybe I can make it home in time. Just in case. It's a backup plan. Now let's stop right here. Okay, let's see. We're looking at $5.99. Cross your fingers. December 30th. Here we are. 31st. I thought it would take over. No. Looks like in the far future the months are still created the same. Oh, so it is coming from a Pather base and not from the actual planets. But it's this one instead of anything nearby. That's perfect. That's fine. But for future reference, they can come from Pather, well, they do come from Pather bases and not the core worlds. Which may mean that they could spawn near you if there's a Pather base near you. Although I have no idea. Okay, where military? Here it is. It didn't get starred automatically. That's... Attacking forces are projected to be very strong. Comprised of 5 fleets. Defending fleets are outmatched, naturally. 18 days until departure. So I'm going to blow up their fleets, and then I'm going to give them... Well, I wonder, do you even get any benefit for giving them the planet killer if you defeat their fleets anyways? I'm not sure. Survey ship. You know, there's a small chance that a survey ship can spawn with colony items, so I might as well check that out. It's in the system, too. Looks like there's lots of... Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. Don't want to drag my feet dealing with this. I'd rather be at full CR if possible. Yeah, run away. You can't take me. You know that. Get out of here. Shoo. Okay, so that base actually has... Perhaps the tithe could inspire... Oh, right, you can cut a real deal with them. That actually has a bounty on it by the looks of it. So yeah, I'll clean these guys up. So I don't have to deal with them during the actual event. Alright. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should save the event for the start of next episode. Get some exciting action right off the bat. Ooh. That'd be a good tease. Because the first crisis we dealt with was not a full crisis. It was like the midway crisis. And this is going to be a full crisis with 5 fleets. There's going to be a lot of battle, a lot of action, drama, excitement. Maybe even a challenge. I don't know why... Okay. Classic move. It's going towards this hound instead of doing literally anything else. Classic AI move. Of course I missed. That's unfortunate. Ah, the kite has extended shields, I see. Very interesting. Yeah, that didn't last very long. No, just the one. Nope, just the one. There we go. Alright, switch back over. You little piece of garbage. Okay, let's... Safety overrides. What a pain. Alright, you can help me out here. You can just keep him from harassing me. And I'm gonna go deal with whatever I can actually catch. Alright, let's not spin around wildly, wasting our time. Let's go do something. Oh, that's a lot of machine guns. That is a lot of machine guns. Omen, help me. Yeah, we're fine. Come on. Oh, the antimatter blasters are offline, I see. There we go. Overload. Come on. Take him out. Thank you. They're getting a little annoying. Good night. Time for you. And you. Yep. Mm-hmm. What a fun little guy you are. The flares actually blocked my heavy blaster shot. Perfect. Yeah, you can get out of the way. We can just kill this. Easy. let's get ourselves over here. The Omens can take care of that thing. We don't waste our valuable Fury's time on a mere gremlin, if we can help it. Okay. Get over here. I'm not playing around. Shield chunk. Yeah, that's in it. That's a good night. We put that little boy to bed. We gave him warm milk and cookies. Oh wait, no, that's Santa. Sweet dreams. And that leaves one Eradicator. You can go kill that. And I can actually remove these because these aren't necessary anymore. You can kill this. No, just you. That's fine. And everybody else can come kill this thing. And then we've got one left. See if I can catch this. Nope. Aimed too far ahead and it turned around. And that leaves one more. He's trying to run. Don't think you're going to make it out. You're slow enough that I think we can actually catch you, too. So, let's do this for real. Engines down. Does anyone have any missiles left? I'm going to take that as a no. Alright, we'll pursue what's left. That's a clean victory. Everybody's down. Alright, so whenever that fleet... Okay, who's spying on me? Let me harvest my goods. Let me reap the rewards of victory. Okay, those are the fleets that are assembling, I guess. Alright, well, we're gonna deal with that next time. So that's about it. See ya.